Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Sunstone, and today we are finally going to be ranking the Coral Island Dateables. I know this has been highly anticipated, but I wanted to play through at least 1 year in-game before making any decisions. If you want to compare this to my previous ranking video, I actually did one, long before the game ever released. And that was just based off of my first impressions, kind of like the vibes the characters gave me, along with their biographies. So it's really interesting to see how some of these have changed. I don't even remember how I ranked them, to be honest. I'd have to go check it out myself, but I'm sure it's like some of it is probably so different than it was before, because now I've actually chatted with the characters and kind of gotten to know them. Please keep in mind this is just my personal opinion based off of my experience playing Coral Island, but we're actually going to be ranking them not necessarily from the worst to the best, but we're going to be like categorizing them, okay? So I have my tiers here. So S tier is, so we're getting married, like obviously that's happening. We're definitely getting married in one of my 99 saves. That's just a given. A is attractive, but these people are people that I find super attractive and I'm drawn to, but I don't know if they're gonna end up being marriage material. It could go either way. Some of these I might end up just dating for a while, maybe not even dating, or I might actually realize I really like them over time and we might get married, but that's kind of where this one's at. B is for bestie vibes. So these are people that I'm not romantically drawn to, but I think we'd really get along and I'd love to be besties with them. C is, can you please just tell me more? These are characters where I think I want to love them, but I just have not learned enough about them. Whether it be that I'm just not running into them with my daily routines on the island to chat with them a lot, or, some characters, no matter how many times I talk to them, I'm like, we need to get into it. We need to get into it. Why are we still talking about your job? So those characters will fall here. And then we have the D tier, which has definitely changed from my previous ranking video, which was like, you're dateable. I'd go on some dates with you. We need a tier below that nowadays. We need a don't even tier, because some of these characters, I want to love them in theory. I really do. I want to love everyone in theory, you know what I mean? But these characters are just, no. So that's how we're doing it here. That's how I'm ranking these characters. And we're gonna go in alphabetical order. So, Aaliyah actually fits into bestie vibes. Aaliyah reminds me so much of one of my real life friends, and even though we don't know a ton about Aaliyah, I really like her vibe. I really like a lot about her. I like that she's super active. I like that she seems to be somewhat of a family girl. I like her energy, and I think we would be really good friends. I think our energies would complement one another. I don't think I'm similar to Aaliyah, but I think that would be why we'd be a good fit as friends. So Aaliyah's bestie vibes. Alice is also going to be bestie vibes. I would, in theory, love to love Alice as more than a friend, but I can't. I personally cannot find myself romantically attracted to Alice because of our similar physical traits. So Alice is going to be a bestie, and I'm super happy about that. I love Alice. She's one of my favorite characters, just not romantically. Ben? I'm so mixed on Ben, you guys. I'm so mixed on Ben. 50% of what Ben says, I'm like, yes, absolutely. Crystals, yes. Be zen, yes. Like inspirational bits, I'm like, yes, I'm there. The other half, I'm like, oh, whoa, hold on. Did you just invite yourself into my house? Did you just invite yourself to park on my lot? So there's so much mixed stuff with Ben. I think I'm gonna have to put him in, can you please just tell me more? Because I need to establish which 50% is like the dominating 50% and which of that is like more authentic. Some of the things he says are just why, but I'm not yet at the place where I'm like, don't even talk to me, just do your thing. I still want to get to know Ben, so Ben's going here for now, but I acknowledge he says some things that definitely put me off, others that draw me in. So if anything, Ben would get bumped to bestie vibes potentially. I'm not interested in Ben romantically, but still not sure I can be besties with Ben yet until I know more. Kem is gonna go in attractive, but I do find her very attractive, and I do love the energy that goes with Cam. I really like it. I don't know if we'd be compatible for a long-term relationship, maybe something short-term, maybe nothing at all, but that's where Cam is going to go. Charles. I am so sorry, Charles. I am so sorry, Charles. Why does his eye look messed up? Honestly, the eye, I don't know what's happening there, but it fits the Charles vibe. Charles is allergic to everything, including life, and that's okay, but it's not okay that he makes me feel it all the time. I'm sure there's someone out there that would love to bundle Charles up and love him and fix him and make him feel better in all of his melancholy moods. It's just not gonna be me, and I've also gotten the ick when Charles has attempted to flirt with me. We're just not compatible in any way. He can do his thing, he can be his doctor self and all that jazz, and I will just do my thing. We're just not gonna click in any way, not even as friends. I'm so sorry, Charles. I wanted to love you, but I can't. Eva, my sweetheart Eva, we're definitely getting married. Eva is so sweet, so charming, definitely my type. She is a baker, so she can bake for me because I definitely don't bake for myself. She's just so sweet, and honestly, I now am convinced that she's French because of EJ, so that's also a vibe. She's just so cute and so sweet, right? Like you can't deny that. Look at those eyes. We're definitely getting married. There's no question about it. Kenny as well, where I think we're at right now, I think we're getting married. Kenny is such a sweetheart. Like 90% of what he says makes my heart melt, and it's so authentic. It's not like the Ben, like, oh, you should just sit in the middle of a bunch of crystals and everything will be better. It's very much like wise. Like what he says has wisdom to it, and he's very interconnected with the environment around him, the animals, just nature in general. I absolutely love it. I'm actually like genuinely as a person outside of this game learning a lot from Kenny's dialogue. The perspectives are just so beautiful. So I definitely would love more of that in my life. I definitely would hope to get married. If it doesn't work out, he would definitely be one of my besties, but I definitely would like to aim for marriage. I'm striving for marriage with Kenny for sure. Just love Kenny. And quite the opposite. Leah, I can't. Don't at me, don't talk to me. You guys, you know, if you've been watching the streams, I've given this girl so many chances, okay? I talk to her all the time because I want to be proven wrong. From the beginning, I thought she was gonna be snooty, stuck up, mean, like, I thought this, but I want it to be proven wrong, so I have literally gone so out of my way to let her prove me wrong. She is mean. She's not just rude or short. Sometimes, yes. Other times, she's just straight up mean. Like making comments about how I'm not put together, I'm wearing like an ugly outfit, like this and that. Like so many mean things. I just can't possibly be best friends or date someone like that. I really can't. And I know like that's kind of a draw for some people because they want to like get her to like warm up to you. I get that as well, but it's taking far too long. The closest I got was she made a nice remark about a certain thing I was wearing, which was actually really funny because I wasn't expecting it from her. And that was kind of a charming moment. Since then, she's just back to being mean. So unless she gets some huge like progression development arc in her storyline that just blows me out of the water, like don't even. I can't with this girl. She's so mean. She's so mean, okay? And that's not my type. Lily, on the other hand, I really like her. I really do. I would really like to try. I'd really like to marry Lily because I feel like it'd be so much fun. We can both work virtually, so we can both work at home together. She likes playing games. She has a whole Steam library or a Vapor library of games. Like, I feel like we have a lot in common. The goal is to get married. The goal with Lily is to get married. She's super awesome. Okay, and Luke. What do we do with you, Luke? I'm actually tempted to put Luke here because I was actually pleasantly surprised with Luke. He wasn't as standoffish and like snooty as I thought he would be. He actually opened up quite quickly from my perspective, and then talking with other characters, I've learned some really like sweet things about him. I would like to engage with him a bit more before I decide, you know. He's definitely not in the don't even category with me, surprisingly. I thought he would be, but if he's not here, he would probably land up in this category, to be honest. I can't really see us being besties, and I'm not sure about marriage, but if I know more, I think he could get bumped up here where we give it a try, right? It's kind of like a little flow chart here almost. Macy would, I think Macy's gonna go, I think Macy has to go in bestie vibes. She's super sweet, but I haven't had a moment yet where I get like butterflies or like kind of flustered when I'm talking to her. I think we'd just be really good friends. Again, I noticed she has a PlayStation, so that's a big check mark for me. We can play some games together. I'd love to learn more about Steven, her pet lobster. I'd love to learn more about photography from her. Like, I love that she does that. But I think we'd definitely be more friends. I'm not like romantically drawn to her, so I think bestie vibes would be the fit here. Okay, Mark. Gosh. Mark has to go in attractive butt. So I'm drawn to the look. I want to be drawn to the vibe. And I am to an extent. When he starts talking about animals and how much he cares for them, I'm hooked. But then he gets back to that gruff, like kind of standoffish, closed off vibe. So that's why I'm tossing in between. I don't think I've really truly got to know who he is at his core yet to be like, yeah, we're getting married. But I definitely would like to date him. So that's where Mark's gonna go for now. Millie is bestie vibes. Millie is so sweet. We would definitely be best friends. I'm definitely not romantically drawn to her, but I would just love to hang out in the library with her. I'd love to like hear her chat about all of the projects she has on the go with the community and the town, and I'd love to help as well when I could. Millie is so sweet. So I definitely would love to be friends with Millie, and that is that. Now, Nina is coming up. Actually, don't know why I didn't already do this. We're just gonna have to add another row for Nina because that's all. Nina is a goddess, and Nina is Nina, my top pick forever. I don't think anything can change my mind about that. I'd be shocked. That is Nina's rightful place in the Nina tier. If you get it, you get it, and if you don't, you probably won't. Okay, Noah. What do I do with Noah? I really like Noah, but I can't tell if the amount I like him is like, oh, I want to be besties with you and Alice, or if it's like, I kind of want to date you. I think I'm gonna put Noah in attractive butt. I'm very drawn to Noah's personality and appearance. Of course, he's gorgeous. I do have a feeling that we could develop that kind of like sibling relationship. Like we might just have to be friends, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So I feel like it could go either way. I feel like it could go to the point where like, oh my gosh, you're the perfect marriage candidate. You care for your mom, you care for your family, you like care for me, like you're super chill, you're smart, you believe in like the beyond, you believe in like space and aliens, and you have an open mind. Like it could definitely go to the marriage level, or it could be like, okay, you know what, that's really cool, let's be besties. Oh, and Pablo. Oh my gosh. Well, I have to put Pablo here because we are getting married as voted by chat. Pablo is my second marriage candidate after Nina. I don't know how to feel about Pablo, to be honest. I think I'd probably put him here if we weren't already like bound by our chat arranged marriage. Of course, he's like, have you seen him? Like gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Super my type. Like of all the masculine types, the look for Pablo is on point. But recently, I won't put any spoilers, but we did uncover some very piping hot tea about Pablo, and I just don't know if I like the way he's handling it with me in the game, you know? Like, I don't know if I like the way he's approaching it. It's kind of giving me a few red flags, and I do see the color red, I sure do. I'm hoping once I get through the story a bit further, it'll like come back around where I'm like, oh, awesome, still like you. He was such a charmer in the beginning, you guys. He was such a charmer. And honestly, I was super wary. I thought he was gonna be a huge player. I thought I wasn't gonna like him. But he kept up that charming, like genuinely kind act for so long that now I'm just confused. I can't tell if it was genuine or not. So I don't know. We're getting married. Am I confident in that marriage? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Raphael, on the other hand, okay. Then it's gonna get messy. I definitely have to marry Raphael. Have you met the guy? Teddy bear vibes, sweet, kind. I feel like I get him, the introverted vibes. And again, this could be like a Lily thing where we're not compatible because we're both super introverted, right? We might not be the best for each other, but do I really care? Not really. Raphael's like teddy bear through and through. Mark is like grizzly bear, right? Like you want to think that Mark is like an internal teddy bear, right? But just grizzly bear on the outside. Whereas Raphael's just teddy bear, inside and out. So that's where Raphael goes. Raj. I mean, the guy's gorgeous, right? The guy is gorgeous. There's no question about that. Raj could go anywhere. Raj could go anywhere. But I think Raj is gonna go there because I am drawn to, I mean, he loves coffee, I love coffee. Some people probably don't like hearing so much about coffee and the different beans and like, I love that. Tell me more. Like, just keep talking. Okay, so I love that. I love that he has a coffee stand. Like, hello, I'm gonna be there every day getting my little coffee in the morning, right? I think I wanna date him. It could go either way. We could be coffee besties, or we could end up getting married. It's really, or we could just stay here where we like forever dated or connected, and that's just where we're left for life. So again, anywhere. It could go anyway. Scott. Oh, Scott, what do I do with you? Scott also has to go here. I'm sorry, Scott has to go there because I can't see myself being besties with Scott. So if it doesn't work out, it's probably not going to at all. That's what I'm feeling with Scott because there's so much about Scott that I love. Like when he gets so excited about like the museum and artifacts and stuff, I think it's super cute and sweet and charming. But he's still very much in that like overgrown frat boy phase where he's kind of like, oh yeah, I was just working out. Like, can you tell? Like, look at my muscles. Oh, I always wear shorts. I never cover my legs. Like that kind of stuff, which I'm like, can you grow out of that? So if he grows out of that, there's honestly the potential for marriage here. If not, it's probably going nowhere else. They're probably just, this is the limbo phase, right? They go into the void. I'll see them around the island. And that's about that. Suki. Oh, Suki. I want to put her in bestie vibes. I do. I feel like I would feel really bad about myself though, being friends with her. She's one of those people that, makes her own sunscreen, goes on a 10K, like walk or run every day, is a mom, sews her daughter's clothes, listens to a meditation every day, writes in her journal, runs an entire business, cleans, cooks all 3 meals every day, packs like organic snacks for her daughter's school lunch, does yoga. Like, am I gonna feel good about myself being friends with her? I don't know, but also maybe it will motivate me to do better or to do one thing better. Because sometimes I think that's a little overkill. Like, it's okay to just order a pizza now and then, mind you, she doesn't like pizza. But at the same time, it would be like a bit of a motivator, I guess, for me to maybe develop some healthier lifestyle habits. So I could see it being a good influence. So I'll put her there. We'll try to be besties. We'll see if it works out. Surya is so cute. And that's why I'm not attracted to him. When someone's just like too cute, you're like, aw, he's just so cute. And I also honestly don't think we would be besties. There's potential, so that's why I'm gonna put him in Can You Tell Me More? Because so far he's mostly just talked about like being new to the island and working like at the lab and the water being cold and the weather. So I feel like I don't know enough to know if we'd be besties. And I'm not attracted to him romantically. So that's where Surya has to go. He seems super precious and I really like him, but I can't categorize him into my life just yet. I think like the next ranking video will be interesting because this will definitely evolve this category. We'll see, but right now I still want to give them a chance. I'm not ready to like seal their fate in that category yet until I like maybe after year 2. Maybe after year 2, we'll see. Theo is actually going in the same category. I'm not romantically drawn to him. I don't really see a friendship necessarily. I guess I'd have to if I'm gonna be marrying Lily. We'd have to become besties, and there could be potential for us to become friends. I feel like we're just gonna do our things on the island, you know? I can more confidently say that once I know more. So then Waku, I think, is actually gonna go in bestie vibes. I feel like Waku and I could be really good friends. I'm not like romantically drawn to him. He's gorgeous, don't get me wrong. But I definitely would see him more as a friend. I'd love to learn about the stars from him for sure. I love that he cares for his dad. I know the Waku hype. It's there. And I love that for all of you. Waku, for me, we're gonna be friends, okay? We're gonna hate grocery shopping together. We're gonna talk about the stars. He's gonna teach me about the stars. That's what I'm feeling. Hopefully, I hope I'm right. Now, that brings us to the final two ladies. So we have Yuri. Yuri's 100% going here. You guys, again, I've given Yuri so many chances to talk about things that are not work related. I've given her almost as many chances to talk about something not work related as I've given to Leah to not be mean, almost as many. It seems like every once in a while we almost get there, like she's about to say something about herself, and then it's just like back to work, like back to talking about the clinic. And for me, like, that's also not my favorite topic of conversation. I respect that it's her life. But if we're gonna talk about work, I'd much rather hear about like the stars from Waku or like coffee from Raj. For me, until I can get to know more about Yuri as a person outside of her work, I just can't even see us being friends or dating because I haven't seen a common point of interest yet with her. But I love that she has, you know, the tattoos, the green hair. I love that she's, you know, a doctor and just standing up for being yourself in any profession. I totally respect and admire that so much. So again, respect all these characters for who they are. I need to know more about who Yuri is, you know? Not how her day was at the clinic. And then Zara. Zara is going in attractive, but Zara is super attractive. I am drawn to Zara, but also she kind of just does her own thing, you know? And I love that for her. Because I can relate to that, where you just want to do your own thing. Like, you're not looking for love necessarily. Like, you're kind of just loving what you're doing. She's treasure hunting. She lives on a boat. Like, she's got this whole vibe going on. And I, like, love that for her. And I don't know if I want to even disrupt that for her, you know? Like, living situations. Like, oh, what, are you going to move out of your boat? Like, am I going to move into your boat? Like, are we going to live separately? Like, regardless, I think we could end up like becoming besties, maybe, if she gives me a chance. Or we could end up getting married, you know? It's really hard to say. It could go either way. Okay, so I also just this isn't like super specific. I would take too long if I had to actually properly rank them in order too, but I kind of adjusted the order in each rank. It's not like definitive, like I'm sure if I thought about it for like 30 minutes I would end up with a different order in each category, but that's just kind of like a general idea of where I'm at with each of the characters within each rank as well. So that is my ranking of the dateable characters in Coral Island after my first in-game year of playing. Again, definitely think about comparing it to my previous ranking video, which I will link in the description of this one. I think I'm actually gonna go watch it because I'm really curious. I don't remember how I ranked them. I know it was different though, for sure. It's definitely a different ranking. I definitely would also love to do another one of these in the future once I know even more about the characters, especially this tier. I definitely want to establish these characters better within the categories. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I had so much fun making it. I'm so excited I finally did this. Let me know which of my picks you completely agree with and which picks are your favorite that I'm just not vibing with. Like, totally leave any thoughts you have in the comments below. I will also link my tier list in the description if you'd like to use the template to make your own. Definitely don't hesitate to do that, and feel free to share it on our Discord under Simping Respectfully if you would like to. So with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and until next time, take care. And a very special thanks to Mandy, Meredith, Formotus, Tansy, Cisco, Tier, Quinn, Sky, Whale, Cheese, Coons, Divine Raven, Lex, and Magic, my Sunstone members. I love you all, and thank you so much for your support. It really helps to make all of this possible and means the world to me.